human service funder is the state, and a lot of that money is funded through the county, and the county matches it. They usually 10%. So you're seeing the impact of that now. We talked about what potentially could happen with your school district. We normally this month would have gotten our first state reimbursement. Obviously that did not take place. And so we know that come October, November, if they're still not in the state budget, we're going to be faced with a serious cash flow problem. We talked about numbers potentially having to borrow up to $10 to $15 million with interest on top of all that. So we did ask Mr. Boyer to give some thought to what other possibilities we can look into to help ameliorate the cash flow problem, so that we're not faced with having to go out and borrow extraordinary amounts of money if there's other ways that we can address it. So,
funding for charter schools, we pay about $1 million a month to charter schools combined for a full month of services. With the state budget right now, obviously we're looking at probably sometime in November we'll have cash flow issues. I'm recommending to the board right now that I send this letter out to charter schools informing them that we won't be able to pay them until the state budget is approved. Now, charter schools are guaranteed to have their funding regardless, because the state law allows them to seek their an alternative method of payment through PD itself from withholding from our subsidies. So regardless, even if we would say we're not going to pay a charter school for the entire year, they will get paid from the state. However, depending on how long it takes for a budget to be approved and we would get our subsidies, we'd be looking at having to go out to get loans to cover our own operating expenses. So at this time, if we would continue to pay charter schools, we have to get loans earlier. So basically, someone's going to have to go out and pay the interest on those loans, which would be the taxpayers. So if we don't pay charter schools right now, the charter schools themselves will have to go out and get loans, and they would have to pay the interest for their own programs to operate. So basically, they would have to pay the interest for their program to operate, and we have to pay the interest for our programs to operate. So basically, it would probably take away from some of the profits for their for-profit management companies.